Hey guys, welcome to the podcast. This is Cola, and I am with Walker today, and Jack is out for today.
I was about to click leave meeting. Hello, it's me, Cola, and it's just me.
I have a fun fact.
Okay.
This is really creepy. So in Russia, they put brown frogs in the milk so it doesn't spoil. Don't ask me if it works or not. I don't know why they need to do it in Russia since it's so cold out in Russia.
Wait. So what exactly is the reason for like frogs in milk?
The reason is to prevent it from spoiling, to keep it from not spoiling, to put a brown frog in milk. I'm not sure if it works or not, but that's what they did before refrigerators. And I'm assuming it works. So they did it in Finland and in Russia. So, but I'm not surprised because these places are so cold. I don't think they need to put a frog in anything.
Yeah, I'm just like, I don't know what kind of preservatives there would be, but also like if people were tripping balls for drinking the milk.
Oh yeah, I don't know about brown frogs, but yeah.
You ever licked a frog?
No, no.
Would you?
No.
Would you if it was offered?
If I was younger, I would have done it, but not as an old man. No, I wouldn't do it.
When I was younger, I would go straight for the butthole.
If I was younger, I was a little bit more adventurous, but not as an old person. Like, shoot, I don't know
Now
what
that
I'm
I'm
gonna
older,
eat. Yeah.
now that I'm older, I just fuck them. I've got my tastes have gotten more sophisticated. Anyways, speaking of animals, there were two. No, well, I think there might have been three. Australia has had wars with three kinds of animals.
What, you want me to guess?
Oh, if you want to, go ahead.
I want to say rabbits.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say it's a toad, king toad, and the other one is mice.
Okay, maybe four. No. No. Well, you got two of them right, but the other one was emu.
Emu.
Yeah.
It's like
so. Yeah. So there were battles fought with emus where like dudes were getting fucked up by the bird too. But yeah. I think the one with rabbits was one of the ones that they lost because the rabbit population couldn't be controlled, and then so the rabbits destroyed a lot of ecosystems and made a lot of their a lot of the flora extinct because of their excessive like eating habits. So, and not only that, like even when there were controls put in place to like eliminate like further spread of rabbits, there were other countries that brought in more rabbits, like someone brought over like a family pet and then just kind of like let it go. Yeah. But the toads, yeah, the cane toads, that were definitely the other one where it's like they had excessive breeding habits, because like those are also the toads that like fuck anything, like everywhere. Like there was a video of a toad like trying to fuck a moldy mango. But yeah, it was
Now that emu thing, was it just a literal fight or was it just?
I don't know. I never read up on the emu one, but it was just and I forgot what kind of documentary it was, but it was just like really funny. It was like a video of a dude getting fucked up by emu. He's like, ah! And then you see one emu, and then you see another one come by like, oh shit, not today, man, not today. And then you're just like jumping one dude. But anyways, I've never been so sure of something in my life. Speaking of being sure, like today's topic is the times when we were sure about something in our lives. Could be anything that you liked, could be anything that you hated, or it could be just an answer that you came to like in the realization of living your life. So Kola is the expert on this one, so you start us off.
So I think the first time I felt like I enjoyed movies was probably when I was like, yo, I like movies, I'm gonna watch movies. Same thing with I studied filming in college, film and television in college. And I think the moment for me when I realized, oh, you know what, I want to make movies was probably when I watched E.T. with directed by Steven Spielberg. Now,
and that was the
only
movie
because
that inspired you.
I think yes, only because the thing is like I think when Steven Spielberg started creating movies like and E.T. came to mind, it's because all the aliens movies before that was all evil aliens and not good aliens.
I thought you were gonna say because E.T. was short too.
Not even that. He was pretty tall. If he out his neck,
he was my hero.
Long enough.
But go, E.T. You go touch that boy.
I think Steven Spielberg said you can make a movie about anything if you can put it down on paper. You can make a movie about anything. So I think that's the moment where I said, oh, I love movies and I want to make movies, and I think I'm gonna go for it, right? So yeah. I think that's the moment.
Okay, so since you're so sure about it, are you still sure about pursuing it today?
I am. I would say so. I mean, I'm not shooting anything, but I'm more like writing stories about things now. Not shooting about things, but also, I still have my video camera and I still shoot stuff with it. But do I edit anything on it? No, I don't. I mean, even the career I have, it still involves. It still involves television and stuff like that, but it's not creating anything. And sometimes I get get that itch to do something, and I just make something and I share it with work and they use it, right? But as far as shooting thing, I haven't done that in a long time. So, but I do miss it. I mean, I miss being creative. Definitely, you can tell somebody who's creative and somebody who's, not creative, but more logical, logical thinking and more straightforward to it. But
what are you trying to say?
Yeah, I think it's a skill in itself,
Now, do you believe in the concept of talent?
Yes, natural talent. Yeah, sometimes sometimes it comes naturally to people, right? And sometimes people have to learn it and experience it, and gather their natural gather these talents. So it's not. So yeah. like Steph Curry. I mean, he's not the ideal basketball player, but he definitely had to prove himself, right?
Well, I don't know too much about sports, so I mean, Cole, you're gonna have to explain that one to me.
Well, I think
Like,
the thing is like with basketball, like so Steph Curry is not he's not a tall player at 6'2". That's not tall, but I think with the NBA, it was dominated by a whole bunch of big guys dunking the ball. I think, and then when Steph Curry came, like they told him like he would never ever win a championship just shooting 3-pointers. And he kind of proved them wrong with that and going to the finals a couple of times and winning a whole bunch of rings. He proved them
mhm,
wrong.
mhm.
So yeah, I mean, I think Steph knew at a young age where he's like, I like basketball. I'm gonna keep going at it, and no one's gonna stop me, no matter what.
Mhm. Mhm.
So yeah, and I think within film itself, like my genre is horror, and I love horror and science fiction.
I love horrors too.
Horrors or horrors, says.
Yes. No.
But my genre is I like horror, so yeah. Even the even the script I'm writing now is horror.
Mm.
So
I liked like I never thought of the concept of comedy horror until I watched some Chinese movies and subtitles where they had like monsters and ghosts and such, but they orchestrated the movie in a way where it's just like they're they're incredibly like hilarious like situations that come from just interacting with the ghosts and monsters. Um, like one where it was like a zombie ghost who steals like your soul from people who have their mouths open in their sleep, and then uh, I think there was a point where the main protagonist and his friend were pretending to be unconscious so they wouldn't get chased by the monster. So like they tried to be unconscious, and while the monster was trying to like steal their souls, like the main character grabbed the friend's face and just pointed it at the monster to like sacrifice him. And then they had like this whole bit where it was just like they were trying to fight each other with their eyes closed. So like yeah, but it's like things like that where it's just like even the scary stuff can get like weird or silly. Um, that's stuff I like, and I realized that I like a lot of manic styled like toilet humor. Like Cola, I don't know if you've seen that video I sent you of Street Fighter. It was
yeah,
like yeah, it was like a short, um, but it's like literally like my taste in humor, where it's like the short. So the short is that there is Street Fighter characters Ryu and M Bison, and just M Bison with a completely over exaggerated like looking body and like mouth and grin and everything. Um, and Ryu's like, my foot's stuck under a rock, or my foot's stuck, and he's like, M Bison, no. And and M Bison slowly floats towards him, and it starts focusing on like his focusing on the bulge in his pants, and then M Bison's giving like a little speech, and like you didn't even see it, huh, you motherfucker?
I didn't see it.
Yeah, look at the video.
I'll still watch it right after this.
Well, now
Yeah.
I can't spoil it.
No, just do it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like it's basically like M Bison floating towards Ryu, and like he's like he's having like this little monologue where it's just like, no one knows where destiny will lead us, and then as he's slowly floating towards Ryu, Ryu's like, my foot's stuck, and Bison, no, and then like as he gets closer, Ryu starts screaming, and then like next thing you know, you see like M Bison's bulge and his nuts just drag over Ryu's face, and then there's the there's the knockout sound from like Street Fighter 2 while that's happening.
KO.
No, it was like ooh, ooh. It's
Okay,
pretty good.
I'll take a look at it.
Yeah, but it's like that manic styled humor is something that always like tickles me. Like it's just like I feel good watching that stuff. But it, it get like, and I like watched it like 20 times today, and I still laugh about it.
Okay, I'll take a look at it.
Yeah,
No, I'll take a look at it.
yeah. But yeah, so that's one of the things that I
Hello? Hello? I lost you, Walker. I can't hear you, Walker.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. My headphones died. So, but yeah, it's definitely my style of humor because I don't know. It's also something that I don't think a lot of people around me could enjoy because like a lot of people just look at it and be like, "What the fuck is this?" But
And how
that's
old
my
when you discover that? That's your
I think that's always been a part of me since like Ren and Stimpy. Like I grew up on that cartoon too, where the animation and everything about it is so over exaggerated and zany that it's just like, hell yeah, I like that. Like I like when the mind is just like thrown out of like everything is just thrown out of proportion, over exaggerated. So it's like when they're spinning their face, their whole face stretches before it slaps into like its original position.
they don't make that anymore.
Yeah, I'm sure it's expensive to animate like that too. But yeah, it was like cartoons like that and like Rocko's Modern Life, where like that even that gets over exaggerated like so often, where it doesn't have to be like super like complex animation. It could just be just like over the top, like overreaction type of animation. Yeah. What else were you? What else like in life did you find out that you were sure, Cola?
Um, I think when I drove my manual car, I think that's when I was for sure.
Mm.
Only because I think I drove. You learn how to drive on the automatic, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think I think so I learned how to drive on automatic, but then when I bought the car, it was a manual. But I mean, uh, I think my uncle gave me that car, right? And I was driving it, I was like, this is fucking. I really enjoy this instead of driving an automatic, right? It's just a little bit more work into it, and it's just a lot more engaging and fun to drive. And like, and what people like, people get scared of it, but I think eventually once you learn how to use it, it's the most enjoyable thing about driving. It's like when people say, "Hey, I love to drive," and I think that's what people meant. It's like the whole driving experience. They're engaged. I think that's why people love to drive. But like people who are bored with cars, I think, it's like put it in gear and you press the gas pedal and then you go. Right. It's what's the fun in that? And when you're not, going fast, or I don't know. That's me. Like when I got my first manual car, I was like, I'm trying not to go to an automatic setup again ever.
I get
So-
weirded out when I see what should we call it? I get weirded out when I see a sports car or a supercar in automatic form. I mean,
And
I
you
haven't seen a
should.
supercar with
And you
automatic.
should.
I haven't
What?
seen a supercar with automatic, but it's just like it would like just the idea of a car designed to go fast, but you cannot control how it goes fast.
Right. Like the fun of it is like revving your engine, checking your RPMs and stuff like that. And,
Yeah.
and
Like you can't push past a certain RPM without it changing gears on you with like without your say so. And
Yeah.
like with the whole paddle shift or like the little plus minus shift thing, it's not the same.
it's not the same.
Yeah. It's just I don't know. Yeah. I gotta agree with you there. I enjoy the sensation of like shifting gears, just because like
Right. You
it's
ride a motorcycle, right? Would it suck if it was an automatic motorcycle?
Hmm?
It's like automatic motorcycle, and it's like
Yeah, they call them mopeds.
eh.
Yeah, because mopeds don't have gear. Well, they don't have like shifts. They just go. So, like if you got like a Vespa or something. But I mean, honestly, like for a motorcycle, I kind of wouldn't mind either way. It's just like, the, to me, the motorcycle is more about enjoying the ride. So, but yeah, for a car though, that's different. It's like I would rather have like a stick shift car, for sure.
It sucks that when electric is coming in, there's no more. I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for my electric car.
Hmm. I mean,
As long as it
if
goes
they were,
fast. As long as it goes fast, hell yeah.
but I mean, like, I'm also just like, well, if you take a, like, if there's nothing but electric cars, then gas prices go down.
And then you get a gas
I
car.
know, I know. I'm like, then I could just do this recreationally. I don't care.
I mean, I wish it was like that too. It's just like if they put out more cars, well, how come the gas prices aren't like decreasing? Like,
Yeah.
man, they're still like preventing gas, like manufacturing gas in like a
Yeah.
couple of gallons, and then they're just jacking up those prices until electric cars come in.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because
they're
the
only
other
speeding
thing,
up the process. Yeah.
because the thing is, you don't have electric public transport yet, besides like uh, besides subways and stuff. But what about buses? There's no electric buses yet. There probably is, but it's just like they're not implemented into like the public yet. So, I mean, and same thing for the oil tanker business and everything. Like, there's still a lot of industries that depend on like gas and like the trucking industry too. Although I would think that the trucking industry would seem to benefit more if there were the electric like big rigs, because then you have a fuel efficient vehicle. You also like have a you have a theoretically stronger vehicle to work with, because the electric powered vehicles seem to outperform like depending on, but some there's electric vehicles that can outperform completely modded cars. So and they hit 0 to 60 like really fast. So yeah.
That's the
What
future.
else?
That's the future.
And you're ready for an electric car then? You don't want to give another gas car a go?
I think it's one more, and then that's it. One more gas car, and then
Because
one more gas
yeah,
car, and then
before
boom, electric.
yeah, because before that shift, you better. How I see it is like, well, you only have a certain amount of time now. So if you need to get it out of your system, you probably should.
Yeah.
Is how I
Even
see it.
I remember when smartphones came out. I remember bought my first smartphone, and I was like, this is not even Apple. It was just like a regular Android phone, and it was sucking on my battery. I was like, this is the worst experience ever, because those phones are not lasting nearly like 3 hours, and like it can go, it's lasting for like 2 hours, and that's all you got, right? But like within the next couple of years, like the battery got better, and like everything just got better with the phone. So yeah, so I'm just waiting out for that electricity, like for electric cars to like work off, work out all the kinks and stuff like that. And then by when they figured out how to get longer, how to get charging it faster, where to charge it, once they figure that out, I think it's over.
Yeah.
Or
Oh.
or where you have a subscription service and an automatic car comes and pick you up and takes you anywhere you want to go. I'm ready for that. Like, oh, take me, like, I'm ready for that.
I want technology to translate cat and dog language to human language. But no, we're wasting it on all these electric cars and shit. When I want my cat to explain to me why it eats its own shit.
It's delicious.
Yeah. Okay. I can agree with that stick shift thing, because originally I was a proponent of like, fuck no, like I'd rather just drive an automatic car. I don't want to have to think about how I drive. And but also my experience in learning a stick shift car was like not very well like taught,
Oh,
because yeah, because my teacher was my dad, and my dad like got angry at everything. Like he got angry at everything I did, and I'm just like, yo, you're not making this an experience where I can learn. But yeah, so that, when I first did it, it was fine. Like it was bad, but like I was like more determined to be like, all right, I need to learn, and like I eventually just kind of put in the work for it, and then that was it.
well, it did take about a week to get used to it.
I'd say so, like about a week, but also at the same time, it was just like I made a lot of like drives out on my own to like get used to the car. So it was just like I was really bent on like driving a stick shift like really well. So yeah, but the only problem was I didn't know how to fix my own car. So it was just like it kind of led to a somewhat diminished experience, but eventually I got through it. I'm a lot more confident with driving my own car, or with driving, because I used to be very paranoid about everything that happened to the car, because I was always afraid that like I couldn't afford to fix it, and then like it would be stranded because of me. So, but yeah, it wasn't entirely at a loss. Um, anyways, well, one thing is, I was like I was always sure that I liked anime because of the fact that like anime as an animation felt more real to me than regular animation did, because they actually like did it with people's like a person's proportions besides the eyes, but like overall they like it looked more humanized to me. So it was just like, oh, okay, cool, you know. And it was weird, like it was cooler to me because it was just like, okay, like it was cool for my brain to sort of understand that like these characters look like actual people proportionally, and so it's easy for me to connect with them because they're shaped like people just like me, not like me, but like, you know, just generally like people. So, and then it's like, and there's shows about like them having magic powers and stuff. Yeah.
Just like you, just like regular people, magical.
Yeah. Watching Sailor Moon, like that's just like me. I transform into my PJs just like that. Yeah. But I mean, even today, it's just like my attention is easily captured if I ever recognize or see an anime like poster, drawing, or whatever in public. It always catches my eye because I'm just because I would always be looking over like, oh, what anime is that?
What are you watching
And
now?
let's see, I've caught up on Demon Slayer, uh, which I kind of feel like if you, I feel like if you wanted if you wanted something with like high value looking animation, uh, okay storyline, but also just fairly well done. I'd say that would be your type of anime, Kola.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer?
Yeah.
Dang. I'm like more like a Miyazaki movie
Mm.
kind
It's
of
about
thing.
like it's about like demons and
Demons?
samurai. Yeah.
Demons and Slayers?
Yeah. But you know, slaying demons. Uh, what about the anime Children Toucher? What's that about?
What? What? What's it called?
Huh?
Children.
That's not an anime, Kola.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You gotta get swatted. Like I knew it. They pull up your file like he's back.
I was like, what? I was confused. They said something. I was like,
Yeah, but yeah, it was like, again, it's so easy for me to get caught up by seeing anime, and like for some reason a lot of people are surprised that I'm into anime, but um I guess at the same time, I have to assume that it's just like, is is it maybe because I have an RBF, and it's just like, you know, people wouldn't think that like I would be an enjoyer of that kind of thing. Like I have a stick so far up my ass that I don't like enjoy life. You know, like my hobbies are work and sleep.
you know, even at work, I don't mess around at work. I don't have regular conversations with people at work. Like forget it.
Mm. See, for me, it's different, but that's also because I have to talk to people. But for me, it's very much like it's hard for me to separate like work mode from personal mode, because like a lot of times my environment calls for work mode, because if I put my personal mode into it, I end up not working for an extended period of time because it's like activated. So it's like I have to moderate myself, and right now it's just plain like do it this way and do it this way in different settings. So it's like when you're at work, act like you're act like an employee in work, and when you're outside of that, do what you want, but have fun and but also maintain like your composure.